Hello. I hope you guys can hear me. It's kind of loud in the M3. Never recorded, and I've never even checked the audio in my SAAB yet. And we are going to be replacing an oxygen sensor. It's a narrowband sensor, the stock sensor on the SAAB today, because we, after installing the bung, there's a check engine light and we're in limp mode. It sucks. It basically just means the car doesn't want to give us more power because it's too afraid to, you know, lean it out or not give the right amount of fuel and potentially do permanent damage to the engine. So, to undo this, we are going to be clearing the code today. We might not need to replace the sensor, we might just need to clear the code. So hopefully we won't actually have to replace it, we'll just have to reset it with an OBD2 scanner. So I'm going to drive over to Eric's now, we're going to pick up the SAAB, we're going to go over to his friend's place, Michael I believe, and then I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, we made it to Eric's house. How goes it? What's that?
So Starbucks accidentally made my order wrong.
Yeah.
So you get extra coffee.
Oh, nice.
It's
Thank
all the
you.
milk.
Awesome.
Here are the instructions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay,
Okay.
let me get my stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what else we need. Oh, I have
We're
the
gonna
stock
go over
code.
to Michael's house. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Michael's gonna help.
Is this
Alright.
hot?
It was hot like 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Probably
You're so needy for like a free cup of coffee. Gosh.
I don't want to burn my mouth. I'm looking over the instructions for the wideband. And Eric said he knows a lot about electronics. And that's true. But I'm hoping it's simple. There's a little diagram showing you the wires that go from the sensor to like the gauge and the OBD2 and the wiring and the power and stuff. There's power, chassis ground, white output, and blue serial output. Not really sure what that means, but I know that Eric probably does, and Michael probably even knows better because he's actually done this kind of stuff before. Okay, the car's in the garage. We're kind of cleaning it, even though it's really dirty. We should get this thing washed.
Car wash.
So we're gonna plug it into the OBD2. Just right down here, underneath the steering wheel. And it's a wireless one, apparently, right?
Yes.
Yes. Here you are, doing it.
Yeah.
So how does it work?
So that's the only one that came up. Oh, it's still going now.
Low input.
Airflow circuit, low input,
That's what that means.
too low.
Maybe it's just a broken sensor.
So we're going to take off the connectors and reconnect the connectors on the oxygen sensor. And we'll probably need a screwdriver for that because there's a little notch in there that you need to poke.
This one's probably in too.
Michael's gonna notice our extra oxygen sensor there that doesn't have anything connected to it. Don't touch it, it's hot.
Pointing at it.
So we're gonna clear the code. See if it comes back.
You're fine, baby.
Red one goes to power.
The black one is ground, which was the blue. The white one is the analog output. It goes from 0 to 5 volts, and the blue one is a serial output. Connect to a COM port on a computer if you wanted to like log it or something. Yeah, we're only going to use the red and black.
Mm-hmm.
The white and blue are optional.
And then the sensor plugs into this cable, and then the cable plugs into the back of the actual gauge, right next to that sensor as well.
This one plugs in here.
Yep.
I never would have guessed that.
Where's it going? What were you playing with, Ryan?
Alright, we're breaking stuff. Just kidding. Taking off plastic pieces, so hopefully we can find a spot into the engine bay for the wires to go into.
Still behind like a piece of plastic. Okay. Alright, so we wired something through the firewall here. So how you get to it is you have to pop out this bottom piece of rubber here, or piece of trim, and there's a light that's attached to it, so you need to unplug this so that you can slide down the piece of trim. So follow the gigantic bundle of wires that go there, and then it goes into the wall there. We took a spindle of wire and we jabbed it to the bottom right side of it and basically pushed and pushed. It takes a little bit of time and patience, and you kind of feel like you're hitting a piece of rubber at the end, but just keep pushing a little bit more and it ends up popping out on the other side. Down there. So you see the wire that there? So it ends up popping on the other side, and right now we have it sticking out there. So we're gonna attach any cables we need to run into the cabin.
And then pull it up. There we go. Alright. So this wire. There's a light using like the there, same as the other side. Black's on top this time. Okay. And then, ooh. that's a little janky. Somebody's got like a...
That used to be a cigarette lighter, and then they got a cigarette lighter adapter taped into it.
Oh.
So you should probably... So yeah, if you want to...
We could even recycle the XM radio thing.
Yeah, this is not going to be 12 volts, but that is. Okay.
So we
take that thing out and just use the lighter socket.
Yeah, so video is getting power from weird cigarette lighter. So it's like actually like just electric. So we're going to disconnect that and try to use the power that goes to cigarette lighter to power our gauge. We're uninstalling stuff. We're getting negative progress. It's all moving forward. Just doesn't seem like it. Okay, here we go. You ready? Yep. Boom. It's very uneventful. Your boom was more eventful than... You should tie it up somewhere, just in case I couldn't get lost somewhere.
You're still on camera. It's been 10 minutes.
We're gonna have to edit the hell out of that one, because that was a lot of boring stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stop it now.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, we found a hole over here that will potentially give us power, and we've routed it to this wire that is moving right there that you can now see. And we got this wire to go through the cabin, and we're going to plug the battery back in to make sure there's a voltage running through the power source that we want to use.
Actually, you want it to be off right now. But when you put the key in,
Yay.
you get 12 volts.
Ish. What you doing there?
I'm fishing the wire through. Taping the wire to the middle wire, I guess, that we jam through. Michael's gonna pour it.
Not on the same thing. Tape did. I got it.
Okay, yep, it's going now.
Awesome.
Cut the connector off. The battery's unplugged, so
Yep.
it shouldn't spark. And then we'll solder these wires directly there. But we gotta figure out which one's positive and negative again. I need a knife. Don't want to cut the wires. The issue. This was not intended to easily come apart.
Oh. Hey there.
There. I should have stripped this first. There we go. So that's negative, which means I got them backwards. So that positive looks this way. So this guy here is the positive, and this guy over here is the negative. Okay. So let's go for that one. And turn it on. So clean that off and whatever junk was on there before. I don't want the aluminum to suck away all the heat.
So are you
There it goes.
holding it on the opposite side of the
Yes.
solder?
Yeah. So the
No,
iron
hold it.
gets the wire hot, and then the wire melts the solder on.
Okay. Sweet.
Alright, so now we're taping the wire that we had in the engine bay to the cables that are going to run from the actual oxygen wideband sensor into the cabin so we can pull it back through the firewall.
Alright. So, we got it through.
Yep.
By pulling on the metal wire here. It's also really slippery because we lubed it up with the silicone lubricant. Make it slide through that rubber grommet easier. Yeah. You see how we looped it with a.
So I already wrapped it around to where it needs to be. So you just need to make sure this hoop disappears. Stop. What do you think?
Looks good. Hiding the wire.
Yes.
Hopefully it won't. Yeah, I don't think it'll interfere with the door or anything.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
This
Wire
part will only have to, but you
wire.
could try closing it, just zip tie the ITRA access. And then, I don't know, somehow bring it through here like this. So no power anyways. Yeah, so like that. Right, Michael? Wherever we put it here.
Yeah.
Go. So we run the wires, one from the glove box underneath the steering column to here, and then we ran the one that was going to the oxygen sensor through the firewall, up, down through the bottom, and into this section here. And we taped it around here so it doesn't pinch the cables. And to get it through, we just pushed it into the A-pillar because this is actually pretty soft. So we just pushed it in, and it seemed to be holding pretty well. And we're gonna end up mounting the gauge right here above the dash. So again, it will look something like this. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Done.
Perfect.
So we just need to get a bracket to screw the gauge on and then stick onto the dash and we're done.
Awesome. All right, here we are, driving the car. All right, we had a little scare because the battery was really low, and it wasn't starting, and we weren't sure why.
And we jumped it once and it didn't start, and we're like, what?
Yeah. But the battery we tried to start it with was like dead, so then we used a real car to charge it. It worked, and it was very relieving.
Yes. So now we're driving the car.
Yes.
And what are we doing? We are...
No check engine light so far.
Not yet. Our objective of driving the car right now is we reset the engine light right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're hoping that resetting the engine light doesn't come on again and we don't have give mode. And then number two, we're just driving around to kind of recharge the battery now. So yeah, we're really happy with our gauge install because
so cool.
it's there, it's running, except the fact that it's not actually connected to an oxygen sensor yet. So we need to actually install our oxygen sensor that we bought online on Amazon for about 60-70 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wideband sensor, so it should be just, you know, pop off the thing we have on there right now, which is kind of like a plug. Put in the oxygen sensor and then plug this end in, and we should be good. So
yeah, it should be really easy. So
yep.
I'm so
very excited.
This is alright. This was like the least stressful time ever to work on it.
Thank you, Michael. Michael is awesome for helping us. And yeah, thank you very much, Michael. Michael is like super at this.
He has the most experience with electronics, I think, at least in cars.
Yes, so that's why, yeah, it was very useful he was very helpful, not even useful,
Yes.
just very helpful
Yes.
with our electronics.
He's
because
also just a really cool guy.
anyways, all right, well, I'm on my way home and we're gonna drive around the car a bit more, but you probably don't need to see that. So thank you for watching the RevMatch.
All right, see you soon. Bye.